Hello. 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 Okay, we're live. Hey, Mr. Will. Tony, you're such a two-faced motherfucker, man. Just a second. 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 How? I'll tell you how, Tony. I'll tell you how. Because your buddy Noodles showed me all your messages on Discord where you're running me down, you and CT Stan and all them are running me down and everything. And then you come around and try to act real nice and all that. Your punishment is no wrench, and anybody can do what they want with you. That's your punishment. I never did I never did nothing to you, and you were running around riding your mouth, you know. I'm going down for swatting. I did all this shit and all that. What happened, Tony? What happened? What happened, Tony? What happened? What happened, Tony? All the stuff you say I'm going to get in trouble for, this, the complaints and everything. Where am I, Tony? What, you think these people are your friends? You don't think I get access to looking at all the stuff you did and then delete? I'm just saying, you did it and you know what you did. You know what you did. I'm an established channel, Tony, no matter if Lolly's here or not. I get 50, 60 people just starting out once in a while. It doesn't matter if Lolly's here or not here. I get the people, okay? Talent always rises to the top, Tony Stark. In all due respect, talent always rises to the top. And Tony, I did not time Tony out. It wasn't me, Tony. I didn't do it. And I don't know. I have a rogue mod, but Tony, let me tell you something. You know all them Apple stocks and everything, and all them Apple stocks where PDX is suing Apple, and Lolly has it all these Apple stocks and everything like that. Who do you think's going to get that, Tony? And what do you think I'm going to do when I get it? You don't think I'll take a chunk of that and invest it on people that have been attacking me and slandering me and all that with their fake complaints and doing this and doing that when they have something to offer? If you got a house and all that expensive stuff in it, and you're good enough to give money away and donate money and have little game things and all that and do all this stuff with this money, hey, you know what I do? I go to the lemon tree. You know what the lemon tree is? I have a history of going to the lemon tree, putting my hands around it and shaking it until all the lemons fall. Do you know how many lawsuits I won, Tony? 10. If you slander me and you bother me and you call me a homosexual, which is a hate crime, playing your guitars and calling me a homosexual, if you go around calling me a groomer, a pedophile, I'm a thief, I'm doing that. And if you have something of value, I'm coming for you now. That's a new game. If you have something, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm going to come for you. I'm going to come for you, and I'm going to have the best legal team. If this goes through and I get this money, I'm going to have the best legal team on call, and I'm coming for you. I'll put 20 grand aside for legal fees and everything. I'll have more documents coming over there. You don't want to sign documents, you'll sign these documents. I told you this before. Leave me alone. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. It's a whole different ball game here. I'm telling you that right now. Whole different ball game. And if it happens before any court dates, I'll get the best attorneys I can. And when I win, I'm coming. You're going to have to present any kind of you're going to have to show any kind of income, whether it's $10,000 a month, Kitten Rat, all them. If you have anything to offer me, Kitten Rat, JMac, PDX, you have anything to offer for all the stuff you did to me, you just put me in the mental institution. That's damaging too. I could prove damages. I tell them, I mention your name over there. I mention a bunch of names. It's programmed in now. People want to fuck with me. Woo. They mess with the wrong fucking people, I tell you that. Whole different ball game with me. I love this stuff. So go write that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's all I got to say. I thought Bergs was coming up. Well, 25 in a box. Time for a coffee run. Tony, you're an opportunist. You know what an opportunist is, Tony? You wait until somebody's down, like J-Mac and the rest of them, and then you kick them when they're down. An opportunist, see? You guys been you tried to implicate me to get me thrown in jail about the botter thing. That didn't work. I'll talk to whoever the hell I want to talk about to, and there's nothing you can do about it. If I want to talk to somebody that swats you people, that's none of your business. I'm allowed to do it by law. I'm allowed to have friends. I can't control them. Case closed. If you want to go around and accuse me of doing this and that and threats and all that, when I produce all this evidence that you go around asserting and harassing me equivalently, if not more, than what you get, it's not going to look good. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, I'm just saying. I don't know what could happen. I might not even get anything. I'm just saying, what if? I might not even get a penny from Lolly. But if I do, God help a lot of you people. I'm telling you, God help you. I'll have investigators out all the time. I'll find out everything I need to know about your past. Everything. For the next 10 years, if I get this money, at least 10 years, it's going to be a living hell. Legally, what I'll do, I'll have legally pay investigators to investigate everything that's going on. I'll do so much shit. It'll be like a real life game with me that I'm going to be playing legally. You're going to go around calling me a pedophile and go on that weird Joker's channel and say this and that. Clear as day. You want to go around all that. One day I'm good. The next day you want to attack me. Is something fucking wrong with you people, man? Want to attack a dead woman, like making fun, calling up the obituary places, playing voices and all that with your 20 computers and all that you blatantly showed, which shows you're capable of doing all this evil stuff. You want to brag about how much money you have and how you sue people and all that. Well, guess what? What goes around comes around. It's only YouTube. Camilla is way too smart for these suckers.
Camilla.
Yo, what's up, man?
You tell me what's up. I want to know why you go around running, slandering me and German lady, and then try to act like you're friends.
I'm looking at what you posted on your channel 3 weeks ago. It has nothing to. I don't even see your name.
There was more than that.
No, there's not. You didn't put it on your wall.
I'm done, and I'm this, and I'm that. Am I done, Tony?
Wait. First of all, why are you lumping me in with those other people? I'm not involved with them.
Tony, I never said nothing bad about you or did anything. You shouldn't be attacking me.
Tony,
hey, what's up, bro?
Tony, I'm sure you know who I am.
Absolutely. I like when you were doing audio.
Okay, are you a piece of shit or not?
No, I'm a good guy.
I'm still trying to debate that. I don't know.
I'm not a YouTuber.
I can't figure him out because I never did nothing to the guy, and he's
wait. But show me what I did to you. I didn't talk bad about Lolly. I tried to leave a candle on her thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and German lady gets pissed off at me because I always.
Well, I never liked Lolly, and Lolly never liked me. But that doesn't mean
you're breaking up bad.
To die.
Yeah, your mic
that doesn't mean I wanted to die, Camilla. Okay.
You're breaking up, so you know.
Really?
Yeah, I know. But Tony, you think it's all right? Tony, you kind of think it's all right for me to get attacked unmercifully, be called a pedophile.
I can't help those people. I'm not involved with those people. Who's calling you a pedophile, first of all?
Well, PDX went on this Joker's channel and blatantly said with my full name, he's a pedophile. John Camillo is a pedophile. He's a groomer. He steals bikes. Him and her husband. He steals bikes. He does all this shit. So you're not a victim. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not victims like they claim to be.
No, but I have nothing to do with them. That was on Twitch or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that. Listen, what was I going to say to you?
But they say you talk to her behind the scenes and you're friends with her. That's why I'm bringing it up.
No, I mean, I DM with her a little bit. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. What's going on? Happy Labor Day. I ain't doing anything against you, dude. I'm just giving my opinions on what's going on. I'm like a commentator. Who timed me out in the chat?
I don't know. I have.
So is Lolly still alive and time? That's what the rumor is now, that she's timing people
out. It's a fake account. Somebody's.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Somebody's doing this.
So I forgot what the hell I was even going to say to you about, but yeah, you got to see what I did bad against you. I don't think there is anything really, you know. I know what I wanted to say. I know what I want to say, dude. They call me pedo all the fucking time. And I'm like, my name is out there and you can look me up and I have no record. I've never been arrested, nothing. And I offered $10,000 if anyone could I'll offer it to anybody here. If you could bring up a report of me being anything like that. But that's just part of the online shit, dude. You know, there's not even anything about me to be even saying that. I guess what they're saying, I think I know what they're talking about with you, but that came from Dave 25's channel, right? You were looking at some girl on a Discord or something that was underage. That's where that comes from, no?
It never happened.
I know, but I'm saying that's what I never even.
I don't know what happened. I don't know, but that's an accusation.
Oh, my chair's leaking. But yeah, German lady gets pissed at me. I love it. Tricep clipped her.
Yeah,
this
what's
morning
that about, Tony? What the hell happened with that? I mean,
because I always say what I think is honest and true, and she can't like argue it, and she has no place to go, so she takes personal attacks. She gets all pissed off. I'm not even trying to be against her. I'm just saying, like, she's lying now. Like, Botter. You could ask Botter. He didn't hug Noodles in court. German ladies. Duckling is Botter, and Duckling is feeding all this shit to German lady, and she's eating it up. But she doesn't give a shit that it's Botter.
You think Duckling's Botter?
Yeah, I pretty much know it. I don't know 100%, but yeah, I can see what he's been writing for the last couple of months, and then yeah, I think so. Yeah, and she's getting all this information like Botter hugged Noodles, which never happened. Noodles wasn't even in the courtroom, and then she's saying Noodles met with the father. That never happened either. And she admits herself that she doesn't give a shit if it's true or not. She just hates fucking Noodles. I'm just a neutral source, really. Like when they called her a pedo, I said she's not a pedo, but now everybody knows the kid is 14 and or 15 now. He'll be 16 at the end of the year, I think. And she's still talking to him. She's the only one talking to him. He hasn't talked to you, right? You said, or has he?
What, on the phone?
No, I mean, have you heard from Jeff or Botter or whatever you want to call him?
What, since the court case?
Yeah, since that Monday, like 2 weeks ago, right?
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah. Tell me what you know.
I'll tell you the whole
I don't
thing.
know. I wasn't there. I could just know what people told me.
No, I don't know about the court, but after the court,
yeah,
it was like late at night, and I had 5 missed calls from West Virginia on my phone. So well, it wasn't late at night. It was around like 10 o'clock or something. So then I called it back, and his mom answered.
Really?
And she says, "What are you doing calling this number? What are you doing calling?" I said, ma'am, somebody called here 5 times, and I didn't know exactly who it was, so I called back. And then we had this discussion, and her dad, her husband was there. I talked to both of them for like a half an hour, and they're like, my son has serious addiction problems, and he can't stop. And no matter what we do, we hide the phone or whatever. He takes it, and and I'm asking you, can you, my son's 15 years old. I said, well, he told me he was 23.
He really is 15. German lady saying last night, oh, Tony, no one believes him, here or there. People believe me. Sorry, German lady. People believe me. I got some fucking great receipts on German lady. I was just looking at them earlier. She's fucking threatening people like as bad as Botter. So, like, she shouldn't be going around, like, threatening Seasons or Relentless. Like, she's going to use Botter tactics to run them off the internet. German lady, cool your jets, German lady.
So anyway, she said,
that sounds pretty realistic what you're telling me. So, like, I don't know the truth, but that sounds
there's
like
more to it.
Yeah,
so then she's like, he's 15.
Yeah.
He's 15 and he's going to be 16. I said, well, I asked him numerous times, and I have proof how old you are. And he told me 23. But anyway, then that went over because she's like, yeah, well, he's only. So that means she says, I've been around YouTube for quite a while. I know you. I know Noodles. Like, I've been around YouTube. I'm beginning to think maybe she was behind a lot of this stuff years ago.
No way.
You don't think so?
No.
That means he had to do this stuff when he was 10 years old. He was capable of doing all that.
John, did you see that video I was playing on Seasons about an 11-year-old who did all over the country, and he did 20-something of them in Florida to schools, and even like he did it to a state house, and I think in Virginia, he did it in Alaska. And when they went to his computer, he had on like decapitation videos, animal torture videos, and snuff film videos. So that kid was 11, and they caught him. He's in juvenile lockup, and he's got major problems and stuff. But what you're saying to me sounds it could be true, but could it have been Botter talking to you?
No. I mean,
you could tell, right? Because you could hear the husband there. Yeah, I heard they were mad at you that an adult was talking to the kid. That's what I heard.
And the voice and all that and everything they said made sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was like a normal conversation like we're having.
Yeah. You could tell. And then you could hear him like the husband in the background. Yeah, then they were probably, they should not have any problems with me. I saw the mother on the Zoom call, but I've been pretty good at keeping his identity private and stuff, but and that's a lot of people are really mad at me for that, but I feel that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like a citizen that's following what I'm supposed to do.
Well, she says, look, my son likes you. She says he
Right.
likes about me. He likes you and all that, but can you please not call
Right
now or talk to him? If he calls, don't answer or nothing, because we have to try to straighten him out because he has serious issues. And she told me, oh, he's above intelligence level, and he
Okay.
can't have conversations with people his age. That's why he has conversations with us. That's what she told me. And she told me he's homeschooled.
That's true. That
And
is true.
huh?
I heard that in the courtroom. That is true. I'm not saying anything that other people aren't saying.
Yeah, that he's homeschooled, and we might put him in boot camp, is what she basically said.
They should. They really should do something for him.
So basically, that was it, and it ended in like a cordial conversation.
So maybe he's in boot camp.
Like, she says, and then the husband got on. It's the same story. So it wasn't like it turned off where it turned out to be. And I said, okay, no problem, and I never heard anything again.
Right.
And I never called anything again, and that was it.
And they're at the wit's end, it sounds like. Yeah, it's pretty well, but he's saying, yeah, I hope he gets help and stuff. And I mean, that was the third time he's been caught. And each time it got worse. It didn't get better. Like after me, he should have just calmed down. He should have just been, you control people without fucking swatting them and calling bomb threats easily, right?
Who's this in the background? Is this the great one for real?
Who's the great one?
Dave, is that you? It's the Great Noodles.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Hey,
the great David.
The
Dave, you didn't have to send me that money. I'll treat you when we go out.
Yeah, no.
I don't want your money, dude.
That guy was threatening last night. He should have apologized to PDX and JMac and all that stuff. And he was texting me, threatening me and stuff. Like he was out of control last night. So I thought I just
Bergs, right? I saw you donating $30.
Yeah,
and he got pissed off.
He'll get it back. Berg spent all night ringing my phone, wanting that money from me.
Yeah, I know. He called me
all fucking night. This fucking guy went crazy.
Good thing I don't donate. He'd be fucking
over $30 fucking dollars. This fucking guy went fucking nuts, man.
How about who's this guy that gives $500? David James?
Hey, Steve.
That's pretty crazy. Hey, Steve.
I mean, he went actually nuts. I mean, why would I want to give him half of that money?
Nah. There's a lot of people that cause problems, and they cause problems behind the scenes. Berg is definitely one of them, man. And John,
he got me all involved with this fucking thing again and stirred shit up again with me. And
yeah. I really hope, John, especially after what I heard with the court and about what you guys were just talking about, John, I really, really hope that you're not the target of this kid, and I really, really hope that you stop hanging out with these people.
Who you mean, the kid?
Well, not just the kid, but like that kid's involved with a lot of people. You know how it works. You saw what happened. Well,
like I told Tony, I said that was it, and that was it with the kid. I mean, no more conversations.
It sounded like very plausible what you said. Like sometimes you can tell things that don't sound real. It sounded like
just like that. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I hope they do put him somewhere. Get him off the internet for a little bit.
So when the cops were dealing with him, there was really no one checking up on. So when I would go in there, I would say, "Listen, this kid was contacting John and telling John to contact me, which was against the no contact order that he had."
Right.
So when I went to the police, they kind of made it sound like, let the hearing happen, let this become like legit, and then if he contacts you, because this kid is facing 3 years in prison in my opinion, for what he did for 5 years, and I can't prove that it was him for 5 years, but whatever was going on for 5 years, I believe it was this kid, and it's like they want like absolute proof, and the way they got the proof that he was doing this was through subpoenas. I can't subpoena anybody.
Right. Yeah, you have to get a lawyer to petition the court, and then they would. You can't you can't. Your lawyer can't directly subpoena Google or Discord or anything like that.
No.
John, you're echoing.
All right, I got it. No, I don't. Okay. What other people, Dave, do you think are problems on the YouTube here? I mean, Bergs, do you think he's causing a lot of shit too now?
Well, I mean, you got people that say inflammatory things to like lunatics, and they know that they're lunatics, and they say these things to them, and these people act up, I don't know about it, John.
You and others think that Bergs is harmless. I disagree. I really think he would act out.
Well, the FBI thinks he's harmless. That was a real thing. The FBI reached out to Bianca and me, and there was about Bergs. I don't know why you guys don't. Dude, I'm not lying about that. Like, that's not funny to me.
Because he said they never came to him.
They went to his police department. They asked about him. I know that.
I think if he was close to you or me, he might actually come around and do something. I mean, you said he might move to Jersey.
I think he's gonna move out to Jersey. Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine him getting drunk and coming around and wanting to kick my door in and saying, "You motherfucker"? I could picture him doing that.
Give me the $15.
Yeah, we're like $5.
What, you don't think if he was close enough to me, he wouldn't come around last night, banging on my door? Where's my money?
Jersey.
If he lived close to me, he would have done that. I'm telling you, he's not as innocent as you think. I think he would really act out.
Well,
it's the distance that stops him. There's a distance.
According to the FBI agent that we talked to, they said that because of the fact of how far he lives and the cops saying that he really doesn't leave his house and all this stuff, they thought that Seasons wasn't in danger, Seasons, her family, etc. They made it sound like yeah, this guy just has a drinking problem. He says he's a jerk online. He says some stupid stuff.
Right.
So
he said last night he threatened Seasons indirectly, right?
Yeah.
He said where she lives and he's going to go kill her or something.
That's what he did. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I was listening to that. All right, so what's going to happen with this case? Like, what's the date? It's coming up. We're in September now. Is it like in a week between you two?
Yeah, I don't
what's going to happen is
wait, you can't talk about that, John.
Okay.
The attorney told me specifically, John. I told you that. That's why I didn't want it.
All right.
No problem.
Well, nothing's going to happen. I mean, hopefully, I'm going to go in there and say, "Look, I just want to, squash the whole thing." That's what my plan is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was last time. So I don't know.
Germany is going to be mad at you. She wants Zeus to go down in flames, man. She fucking hates him. She is so fucking hate-filled, that woman.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about because that person, right? I'm not going to no fucking embassy. I'm not doing anything like that. I don't know anything about this person. So when someone says a size 13 foot, I'm not saying like she's a pedophile or anything like that. You know what I mean? And she really, really hates me. I don't know for what.
She
I have no idea.
Hates you, dude. Oh my god.
I have no idea.
She hates me because she hates you. Yeah, she said. Well, you said one time you thought it was because of your cousin, right?
Well, because Witty Widow came to me when that whole mask thing started and the size 13 shoe, and she goes, she really threatened to kill me. I'm like, get out of here! There's no fucking way, And
she's puts a lot of threats out there on the fucking. I've been recording him. She's not innocent. German lady, you worried about butter and noodles? You're fucking not innocent, German lady. Calm down.
Well, this is another person that when all that stuff happened to Steel Toe, Bob Levy, and and Christy,
yeah,
and you, right? All that stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone knew without a doubt when that kid came back, she knew about it, and she was telling everybody. So she knew that was a kid.
She was saying last night, maybe it's not a kid. Tony has no credibility at Steve's, at G Mango's. I don't think they know me at G Mango's.
I have a brochure that was sent to me by the prosecutor that will prove that, they sent it to me, and it says you are a victim of juvenile delinquency.
Okay,
so it definitely was a kid.
Sounds like a movie.
Well, I mean, I could show it to you. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's see. I didn't get a nice brochure. I have my documents though. I have 2 documents with his name on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to show anything like that. You can't.
Yeah, no, you can't. It'll never be enough. That's the thing. I'm not even explaining anymore. I mean, I've consistently said the same details, and if people don't want to believe it, like Magda, that's who German lady's like. Oh, Magda is against Tony, and Yins goes out and says that he saw Noodles directing Bada to do something, and I'm like, that fucking never happened because I would have seen it. And Yins is just like a shit stirrer. So like German lady's like rallying these people that really don't have any, stake in the game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been to court with this kid. Stupid.
Man.
So is this who is the pasta crew? It's you 2 guys? Who else was in that? A Botter? It's like the big thing now, the pasta crew.
Bergs must have fell asleep, or he would be up here if he sees the Noodles up here. The pasta crew.
Yeah, that's what
Henderson was in that, I think, or something.
He looks like he's ready to pee in the toilet.
What is this he's showing? What's it say?
He's showing a document with the seal of Bergen County. Okay. And it's like, information for victims of juvenile delinquency. Wow. Yeah, that looks legit.
It's on YouTube. Says it's all scripted.
Yeah. What's scripted? I'm not scripted, dude. I can't speak for anyone else, but. All right, I'm going to jump down. It was good, John. I don't know. Like, you got to show me what you think I've done against you, but I really haven't been really against you. And then some people get mad at me because I'm not against you enough. And, I don't know. I mean,
not against me enough.
Yeah. Like over people in this one, Sandra. I don't know who she is. Sandra Lee. I call the Cheesecake Lady.
You know who that is? That's Carl the Crab.
Is it? But that's like a woman, though. He's like, well, is Carl like a bitch?
No, he's that. He's that.
I know who he is. But the person who's Sandra, I was thinking maybe it was Carl because someone said that, but it seems like a woman to me. But you never know.
It's Carl the Crab. He has like 10 different accounts.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, another thing I want to point out. What do you think of Mark Terry trying to make money off of his ex-wife's death when she's not dead?
John, that's why I don't want to hang out with those people anymore.
His ex-wife, Mark Terry, is trying to take the attention off of Lolly or something by saying his wife is dead and she's not dead. And now he's doing a big thing for money. He's doing a big thing for money right now, like to donate for him.
Yeah, that's John. If that's true, Mark shouldn't be doing that. Then when she was over here, did nothing but look out for that guy, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't know. I think that's horrible.
All right, guys, have a great day off, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay. All right. So, Dave, do you think these people are getting worse? I mean,
yeah, I think it's getting more dangerous. It's getting worse. Yeah, I mean, I never had the police call me and say that there was they found poison in the mail. I mean, they got that bad.
Yeah.
Poison in the mail,
Did Bergs call you last night? Like, oh, you donated. He probably rang your phone off the hook, didn't
he? He called me about, I want to say, maybe 8 times. he threatened to kill me once.
What, on the phone again?
On text.
Are you serious after all this?
I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of being threatened to be killed. You know that? Fucking Burns has been doing it too much. He might act out on it. You know what I mean? When you say it enough over and over again.
Well, he gets comfortable saying it, and then maybe one day he'll do it. I don't know. I mean, when the FBI called me in Seasons, they asked us over and over again. They're like, "Do you really think he's going to do it?" Like they asked us, and I told them, I said, "I don't really know this guy. The only reason why they never talked to us together. They always talk. The guy would call us up separately, and I told him, I said, I don't really know him. I know him from YouTube. People say stupid things on YouTube to be funny. Yeah, that was it. And
What was the threat, Dave? Did he threaten to go there?
He threatened to kill her children. He threatened to kill her
No,
parents.
last night again, you said he did something.
Oh, against me?
Yeah.
He said you're dead. Like just like stuff like that. Like you're dead, you're whatever. And then,
he was bragging this morning about all the guns he has. On was it Dave 25's channel? Yeah, he was bragging. He was telling me and Dave 25 about all the guns he has, and his dad has all these guns around and everything, and he was bragging about it. He knows how to use them.
I mean, that could be legit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people do have guns in the house.
Yeah, but him with a gun is dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's dangerous for him and anyone around him. Yeah, guns are dangerous.
I take him more seriously. Him and Mark Terry, I take serious because I really believe PDX is he's harmless. Bergs is harmless. They're the type that are the ones that are kept off guard, and then they get it, then they wonder how this happened, how they come in without forced entry, and when you let somebody in the house, you think they're harmless. I mean, when somebody says threats over and over and over again, and over again and over again, and starts texting you personally that they're going to do it and all that,
yeah,
it's bothersome. It's enough to where maybe a report should put in at the least.
Like I said, John, that they really reported this guy. The FBI looked into him. I'm just letting you know that's not a joke. That's for real.
And they reached out to you too?
So what happened was they originally reached out to Seasons, and she was telling the agent that my boyfriend talks to him, blah blah blah, and he wanted to talk to me, and he reached out, and it was weird because he had been watching, like he had all this stuff that Bergs had done, right? And he kind of giggled, like, hey, I think this guy's just like has a drinking problem, and he said this specifically. He said, we're not in the business of kicking down people's doors and arresting them for people who are like kids. He referred to Bergs as a kid, and then he referred to Bergs as a loser one time. Like, he didn't really say a loser. He said this is a guy who doesn't leave his house, a guy who doesn't have anything. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't have, like, they went down a list of things to me saying that they don't think it's plausible for him to leave and go out to Seasons and do this. That's how he broke it down.
If he moves to Jersey and starts threatening you or me, that could be dangerous. You know how small Jersey is?
So this is what I'm going to do from now on, John. I swear to God, that kid, his father wanted to reach out to me. Turns out that my cousin has a wife, right? She does. She's pretty big in that religious thing that this kid's parents are involved in, and I'm going to have her reach out to them, and I'm going to become friends with the parents, and I'm going to have contact with the parents. So if anything ever happens, I'm going to be contacting Bergs' brothers and sisters instead of going to the police from now on. That's it. I'm not going to the police anymore. I'm going to people's family members and saying, hey, listen, this is what's going on.
Well, can't you talk to his mother or anything? Like, you have access to the phone.
I talked to the mother, and I talked to the father.
No, of Bergs.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell him what Bergs is doing? You know what I mean? Like,
have you ever talked to them, John? They're legit.
No,
they're legit, like
not.
90 years old, John.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're legit 90 years old. I feel bad for them. The father's a nice guy. The mother's a nice lady. And, I hope the best for them. But they're dealing with a son who's in his 50s, who's probably about 300 pounds, right? He's drinking tremendously in the house. And they're probably just trying to live their life without anything really happening. You know what I mean?
Well, if you reach out to the brothers or sister or whatever and tell them about Bergs, maybe they'll, maybe they could, intervene and maybe get them help.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you have to find their numbers out, though,
Well, so the reason why he'd be moving out there, right, is because the brothers and sisters do not want to have to fly out to Washington whenever he needs help. So the parents are out there right now. The mother's out there. The father's out there. They can help Bergs. It's not really the brother and sister's problem yet. As soon as the father passes, they're going to bring the mother back to Jersey. They're going to bring Bergs back there because they don't want to. They're going to have two problems there, So you got to keep them close together. And I wouldn't be too shocked if they start micromanaging everything Bergs does to the point where he's not allowed to have a phone.
Not only that, I mean, they're going to have to take the finances over. They're not going to leave Bergs in charge of all the finances of his mother. I mean,
no way.
He can't handle it. Maybe that's what they're going to do.
Especially if there's an estate that
right.
There's no way.
Bergs thinks he's going to get a hold of the estate and everything and power of attorney and all that. And that's not going to be good.
No, the brother was just there a few months ago going over this with him. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So again, just like that kid, man, there's adults like this, and I think Bergs is just like this. And it's not. I think on YouTube it's not that uncommon. In my life, I don't really come across people like this, like in real life, So, but on YouTube, it seems like there's a lot of these people, and they're very vocal.
So really, he needs Bergs maybe way down on the list.
He's calling me nonstop now. He's calling me nonstop right now.
Who, Bergs?
Yeah.
Why don't he come up here?
You want me to talk to him?
Yeah. I mean, tell him you're live over here. He has me blocked.
Oh, he knows. That's why he's calling. I guarantee it.
I don't think he does, or he'd be here.
All right, he stopped calling, which is good.
Hold on, he's calling me now. Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm live with Noodles over here on my panel.
Stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. I'm gonna put a case out on you.
For what? I'm not saying anything.
Don't talk about me. You understand?
I told you.
Do not talk about me ever.
Hey, we're having. It's for.
Do not talk about me.
It's your best interest, Bergs.
No. Do not talk about
your
me.
brother's going to take out Dave.
I don't have any brothers. I'm an only child.
Dave is going to reach out to your family members.
Do not talk about me ever.
Well, you are. I'm sorry.
No.
You're a public figure, Bergs. You're a public figure.
Talk about me ever.
You're a public figure, Dave says.
No. Do not talk about me ever. You will never be able to reach me again. You're going to be blocked. All of you are going to be blocked right now.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm over. My God.
Yeah, he's out of control. I'm telling you. John, I'm not kidding you, man. Oh, John.
He can threaten to kill me. He's going to come and kill me. He's going to knock my door in. But I can't talk about him.
John, if you made $50 off that, I'd say okay, maybe, but you ain't making any money off that. He's probably going to cause problems for you in real life. And even if he did call you nonstop and threaten you, dude, it's not worth it.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is, if he moves to Jersey close enough, it could be a problem for me or you. And don't doubt me. I mean, if I don't know where he's going to move to, but I'm sure it's closer to you. But North Jersey.
When I reached out to him when I was in Oregon, right? And he basically talked to me like that, saying, "Don't you come here." This is after months and months of him being like, "Yo, when you come out here, we'll go out for chicken wings, we'll go out for beers, blah blah blah." I called him up. We were at a veterinary office in Washington for Season's dog, and I said, "Bergs," I think I was like an hour and a half away. He started screaming at me just like that, John, saying, "Don't you come over here. You're not allowed here. Stay the fuck away from me. You're not vaccinated. I got family over right now." Every fucking excuse, dude.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I don't know. But
What's your name?
Sorry. I don't know. I just know that, he's getting but I really think if you could get a hold of his brother or sister, you should have a long conversation about maybe they don't know what he's doing on YouTube. You ever think of that?
This is the way I'm going to go about it. I'm going to say, listen, I do YouTube. I'm with your, I've known your brother for I don't know how long, blah, blah, blah. If you ever need anything from me, here's my number. Here's my contact information. I'll be more than welcome to help. Love your brother. I want to become friends with these people. And once you become friends with these people, you now have the power of a lot of things. So being friends with the kid's father is going to be very, very beneficial for me. And being friends with Berg's brother, the one who takes care of business, that's gonna be also very beneficial for me and my girlfriend, and her kids, and possibly you too. I mean, I don't know. It's better to be friendly with these people, John, and have them in your life than.
Well, you know what? That's the exact route you have to take because they probably know how he is and all that, and they're probably going to want your insight or anybody's insight.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if something ever does happen, it's just a piece of paper. They're never going to throw this guy in prison. They're not.
Yeah, unless he does something, I guess.
Yeah, he's got exactly. So you'd have to. The charge that kid got was second degree. First degree is like the worst. You know what first degree is, right?
That's the word.
Yeah. So the second degree is pretty bad. And what he got was like a slap on the wrist. And basically, unfortunately, I have to die for the prosecution or whatever to move forward with anything heftier. It's fucking weird. Tony would have told you. So he got a second degree charge. And he got a slap on the wrist.
And it's
they might look at Bergs as like kind of like, hey, listen, he's like kind of like just like an adult delinquent, he's got problems.
Well, anybody can get Bergs if they're willing to travel down there and do a complaint, but then you got to go through the process, like what's going on with me, and all this. And do you really want to go through all that over this? You know what I mean?
I don't know how much worse it could get. I mean, the FBI are reaching out. The FBI was investigating this guy through his local police department, though. That's absolutely no joke. That's the truth.
Yeah, but they never spoke to him. Apparently, they never spoke to him.
Right. So Seasons actually asked the. I have the emails. I still have the fucking emails, John. But anyway, she asked this guy, "Hey, listen, is there any way you can just go and talk to him?" They said, "We don't do that. They're not. The FBI will not just come and talk to you and say, calm down, And John, I'm telling you, they went through a whole thing. Like, he doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have. They looked into this guy, no joke, John, to see if he was able to do something like this. And they referred to him as a kid. They equated him as a kid who was on Xbox, like getting mad because he lost the game. John, I swear to God. I swear to God.
His mind, he has a mind of a 14-year-old is a problem.
Yeah.
He has the mind of a 14-year-old. You know,
the FBI, yeah.
That's crazy. That's, well, I don't know. I mean, it just seems, you know, I don't know what's going on, but he's getting worse. I mean, I know Michelle K don't talk to him anymore. Michelle K and Ponca, and that's when it all started getting worse.
So Michelle K came to me. I'm not trying to turn this into a bashing of Bergs. I'm just trying to like let you know how this doesn't go anywhere, right? So Michelle K was awesome content. Michelle K would create all this awesome crap. She was great for YouTube. Bergs gets a hold of her, turns her into a maniac, has her swatting Ponca, right? Calling the police on me. Bergs influenced this woman not to do great things or funny things or anything, but malicious stuff. That's what he was doing. That's why he liked her so much. She was doing all this crappy shit. Dude, I had to go to the police department and I would ask her, I say, Michelle, why did you do that? Because Bergs told me to. Bergs told me to.
I know. Not going to lose his job. You know, he's like a very mean person. You know?
Ponca, here's the thing. Ponca's working. Ponca could be doing nothing and collecting disability. This guy is like, I don't know why he'd want that for Ponca. You know?
Because she don't like Michelle K talking to Ponca, you know? Like,
yeah, I know, but like it's... Here's the thing. Bergs pretends like he doesn't talk to anyone. I heard him on the phone. He called me up last week when Nick and Jess were on the phone. He's talking to Terry Meek. He's talking to fucking, you know what I'm saying? He talks to everybody, this guy.
Hey, he's on the phone with Oda May all the time.
Yeah, bullshit. He don't talk to people. He's on the phone with people all the time.
He's on with some lady named Barbara.
Yeah.
You know, talking about people like me and you.
I remember there was him and Lisa were on the phone one night with Corey. So it was Bergs, Lisa, and Corey, and they were talking about getting on the phone with Steve Billings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he talks to people.
He talks to Dave 25. He talks to Nick and Jess.
John, you see this Camilla Harris?
All these people.
Are you sure that the Camilla Harris 2024 isn't your rogue mod? See what they're saying and doing, John? John, I guarantee you that's the fucking rogue mod, man.
Why?
I guarantee. They're talking about flagging. They're talking about whatever. This is. Oh. Huh.
Wait, someone had to keep you online.
Oh. I know who this is now. That's Big Steve.
It is?
Hey, Big Steve. Hey, Big Steve, how's your mom? Big Steve. How's your grandma, Big Steve? That's Camilla 2024. Dude, I told you not to mess with these people, John. They're like fucking when they have you attack people, right? And they're done with you, the thrill is gone. They will start attacking you.
Who's the flaccid guy? Is that the other guy you know? Moose? There's two Steves or something in here. I don't know who they are. I give them wrenches. I don't want them to get timed out, you know. Is that Moose Knuckles or whoever? What is?
Oh, how many people you got in here? Like in the chat? Like, so you got
like 25.
No. I mean, like, you got, it's only YouTube, right? You got Mr. Will,
right?
Which I don't think would be your rogue mod. Camilla Harris 2024 has been running around, and they're saying You're saying flag stuff, John. I'm telling you.
Should I get rid of Kamala Harris? You mean?
Go in there and see if anyone is wrenched up right now.
Kamala Harris is wrenched up.
Not wrenched up. Oh yes, right. John, I don't know. I gotta call that guy and see how he did it. John, I'm telling you, there was like nine rogue mods, and it took about a month.
Well, one of them was that Sam guy, and I got him, but there's still somebody else. Not as bad, but there's somebody else still doing stuff.
So after you had called me yesterday, he called, and he's like, "Listen," I told him what was going on, and he goes, "Oh, he's like, I'm not doing that." He goes, "That's not me." Blah, blah, blah. I think he would have told me if he would, or at least laughed at it.
Who? You mean that Sam?
Yeah, I think Sam would have laughed at it at least. But
there's Country Barbie right there. Country Barbie.
Hey, Barb. Yes, that's Berg's lawyer.
Yeah, Berg talks to her all the time too.
Yeah, that's Berg's lawyer.
Berg's lawyer. Is she really a lawyer?
I don't know. She says she is. She says she isn't, and then she says she is. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is.
Now, Big Steve is threatening somebody. Told you stepped in bad shit when you fucked with me. It's for life, Noodles. Life. What the hell's that supposed to mean?
I think his obesity. Big Steve's obesity. Big Steve.
You don't get along with that guy, or?
He's been a problem for a very long time. He started threatening me back in, I want to say 2020, 2000. Him and his mother were threatening to kill me.
Your harassment will be worse this time, he says.
Yeah. See? That's Big Steve.
Who, coming up? Is that really Moose Knuckles in the background, Noodles? Or I can't. Or is that some kind of troll ready to porn bomb? Or
I saw him ready to porn bomb you. I don't know. If that wasn't.
Can you show yourself? Will he show himself?
I'm sure he would text me.
All right. Sorry,
he said it's him. He said it's him.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up there, Moose?
Hey, John, how you doing? Hey, buddy.
Right.
Dave,
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Oh, I called you can tell who Big Steve is by the way he types. I have a doctorate in Big Steveology, and I saw that Kamala Harris threatening Noodles in the chat, and I go, "Oh, Kamala Harris 2024 is Big Steve." He didn't even deny it. He just goes, "Yeah, so what?"
Well, he's saying you stepped in bad shit when you F with me. And
Big Steve steps in shit every day because he doesn't let his dogs out, and they just shit on his floor. Literally, and he walks around barefoot. He steps in dog shit all day. So that's really rich of him to say someone stepped in shit. He is a grotesque monster.
I seen a video where his mom's carrying a tray. Get me some food, slave.
That's his grandmother. That's his grandma. Yeah, John, his mom had a stroke and has been in a rehabilitation center for like 3 or 4 years now. And all she needs to do to come home is for him to get her like one of those electric cart things with electric wheelchairs filed through Medicaid, and he won't do it. He's that lazy. So she is sitting in a rehabilitation center all alone because Big Steve wants her bedroom, because he was sleeping on the couch in the living room in his grandma's apartment with his mom in the bedroom. And when she had the stroke, he moved into her bedroom, and he doesn't want to move out. So he's just leaving her in there to rot. Dude, he is a terrible person.
Oh my God. Yeah,
that's his grandmother you saw abusing on the stream on that video, by the way.
Man, this guy has a lot of hatred for you guys.
Yeah, well, Big Steve, we exposed him. You guys should subscribe to that Big Steve Flaccid Frustrations. It has nothing but secret clips that Big Steve sent videos to me of, and I post them. And I'm talking like homosexual wanting to suck my wiener. Dude, and they're videos of him saying it with his face, no AI. It's just him. Dude, you got to look at these. They are gross.
Oh, and he was trying to like molest Rick's dog, right?
Yeah, he was talking about Picker Rick's dog. He goes, Picker
Rick's dog.
He goes, I want to see your dog's feet. Oh, Elvis, you have sexy feet. Oh,
yeah, like you want to see the pads of Rick's dog's feet. And like,
God. He's so gross. He is a grotesque human being.
The pads of his feet.
Oh, he like, I know there's people when he's sitting there threatening Noodles. Big Steve can't even spell. He's not going to be swatting anybody. He tried to call me a loser in one of his videos, and he spelt it looser. And he actually put a caption across the street. Goes, "You're a loser." I was like, God, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
I remember one time he took his channel down because he was afraid or something of getting
because he literally he did a video threatening to murder me and my family, saying he was going to come to my house and pull me out of he was going to stomp my skull onto the ground and get my brain and play with my brains. And I called the police department and I said, "Hey, this guy's threatening to come to my house and murder my family and my kids." And they were like, "Okay, yeah, this in the state of California, it's called it's a felony, or it's a criminal threat. So it's not the same as like a death threat or something like that. They said it's a criminal threat and it's a felony in California." So they were contacting his police department, and they were subpoenaing the YouTube video because he deleted it right after. But I saved the URL for it and sent it to him, and they can subpoena even if it's been deleted. So they went through all this, and I told Big Steve, I was like, because this was starting to be a big deal, and you guys know because you guys are going through this right now. It's a lot of work, right? I mean, this is a lot of time out of your day. I mean, stress dealing with this. I told him, hey, if you get rid of your channel and you don't come back, you remove the tool that you're using to harass me, then I'll consider dropping the charges. And so then he deleted his channel, and so I said, okay. And I told the detective, and he goes, well, this has a statute of limitation of 5 years. He goes, so we're not going to drop it. We're just going to put it on the back burner. And if shit starts up again, we can press forward. I said, okay, sounds good.
So John, what did that sound like? That sounded like Berg should have said that. That's what I was saying before. This is very common on YouTube. You're not making money off of it. This guy is coming in here saying this crap, John. And if anyone is going to come in here and give you money, what this guy is saying right here, look how Faggot Moose renamed Nasty Goblins. That's not going to make you money.
I didn't even know who he was. You know what I mean? I didn't know who he was. It was just...
Big Steve got in trouble. He got fired from his last job. His last job was like 10 years ago at Safeway. He worked in the deli, and he got fired for stealing chicken wings. He even told us this.
Whoa,
he got fired for stealing chicken wings.
Eating all the profit, right?
How fat do you have to be you got fired from the deli? And he hasn't worked since, and he got in trouble for using his mom's EBT card. So now he gets food from the food bank. Like, he's never going to donate anything to your channel. This guy's a scumbag.
I'll get you for it every time and pin your ears back. Get you for what? Oh, lying? I own you, Noodles. Oh, jeez.
This is Big Steve. Steve doesn't. I guarantee you right now, Big Steve.
Noodles, you got another one attacking you now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Big Steve's in his bed right now with no clothes on. I guarantee it. He's always shirtless. You ever notice that, John, about Big Steve? He never wears a shirt.
I know he used to come around all the time. Like, Lolly liked him, and he used to come around and all that. But he never really talked about Noodles. Like,
well, him and Lolly used to be co-hosts together a long, long time ago. Did you know that?
No, really?
Yeah. They used to be co-hosts on a channel, and they had a huge falling out because Steve wanted to have, was coming on to it, wanted to make it a relationship because Steve's creepy. And she was like, no, you're gross. And then what Steve does is once he has a disagreement with somebody, he goes completely psycho like Bergs and starts screaming and threatening and telling how you're the world's biggest piece of shit. That's Steve 101. That's what crazy people do.
He was never said anything about Noodles. Now all of a sudden it's like,
oh yeah, he does. He's made videos.
No, before when he.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like Noodles because I'm friends with Noodles, and he hates me because I exposed.
Well, I never even knew you, and I thought you were I didn't even know who you were. I said this, and you turned out to be okay. Like, you're okay. I'm like, damn, I never even knew who you were. I'm like, oh shit,
I'm good friends with Noodles, and I help him out on his channel a little bit, and I go up there, and Noodles is a good friend of mine. A lot of people, like, I didn't like Noodles at first. I thought Noodles was a bad guy. And then I realized what he was doing is this troll that he does. He plays this character to try to piss people off, and it's at an expert level. I have to say. I mean, it's like
that's a psychological game.
It's watching like an artist paint his masterpiece when he's out there doing his stuff. Especially lately. Yesterday, he was driving around in an American flag button-up shirt, a MAGA hat, these big, huge Pittsburgh dad glasses, and he had a megaphone, and he's driving around the neighborhood. And he yells out, he goes,
Dave 25 is a pedophile. Dave 25 is a pedophile.
Big Steve, the California whale.
Yeah, that's what this guy's going after, John. Again, Steve, you're obviously not a whale. You're just a fat human being. And I did it for content, Steve. I'm not hurting you. I'm not telling you to die. You'll kill yourself. Nobody needs to hurt you. You hurt yourself. And yeah, that's that. John, these people are not going to make you any money. I didn't get any donations for calling Big Steve a whale.
He says Planet Moose not lost his marriage. See, we do a skit on there where I pretended I was mad at Michelle Marie Delaney. I wasn't coming back. And I was just like, I'm not coming back, Michelle. And then so I didn't go back. And then Grizz comes on there and goes, Michelle, do you know why Moose can't come back? It's because during, like, his wife found out about you and she's really jealous and mad at you. And then Noodles goes on the next day and says that I yelled her name out during sex. And I was like, you motherfuckers. And so then I played it. I go, oh, yeah, Michelle, I can't come back because I yelled your name during sex. And she's like, oh, I completely understand.
Yeah, and then here's the thing, though. You do something like that, John, and then people like this Camilla Harris person or Big Steve or whatever the hell this person, zombies, they run around and say, oh, look, he's abusing a mentally disabled woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, come on.
Is that the real Cadillac Sam right there? Noodles, stop mentioning my name. It looks like a fake one.
He said that's not him.
You're done. You're done.
See, no more. You're done. Steve can't do anything.
They're vague threats. They're not really threats, but they're threats. Like,
Steve he was on Marco Polo. It's like a video chatting app. And he was walking to the bus stop, which is like a half a block down. And he started vomiting because it was too far. He was vomiting on the side of the road.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, very stressful.
Yeah, very stressful.
What's your take on this Berg characters and this Mark Terry Moose?
I've never met them, but I do watch, and it's kind of fascinating because I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to use the Noodles model of being that extreme troll to try to get people to hate him, but they don't do it correctly. They do it too far to the point where it's like it's not funny anymore. It's not. They're just verbally assaulting people, and they scream and they repeat the same things over and over again. And I think it's become them. I think they've actually turned into their characters. And
it's kind of weird. Like you see Bergs last night. He was smoking he had a fake cigarette now, John. He's pretending that he's smoking. He pretends that he's me.
Yeah, I know.
These people know everything about me, dude. It's really weird.
I know.
They live sad lives. Because I think someone said that Mark Terry lives in a camper on like his sister's property. Oh my God!
He has an obituary up on his wife.
That's not sad. He's very privileged to have that. You know, Mark is very privileged to have that, and just like he was when he had Mrs. Terry. I don't know what happened, but again,
why can't
if you guys think that's funny? That's not funny.
And I'm not knocking you at all, John. But John, to make ends meet, you go out there and you hustle. You're out there picking up scrap metal. You're reselling stuff on Facebook Marketplace that you find. You're out there busting your ass to make ends meet. Why can't these guys who are sitting at their house every day, smoking weed, drinking booze, and just live streaming and causing a terror to everyone, why can't they get up and earn their keep? What's preventing them from doing that?
Well, Mark Terry should be doing something, I mean, I don't know.
Why can't Bergs? What's wrong with Bergs? I'm not
because he don't have any bills. Why does Bergs have to do anything? He don't have bills to pay. You know what I mean?
But they're
waking up floating through life, John. They don't have any. There's nothing. The only thing he's responsible for is to keep his buzz alive. That's about it.
But they have no responsibility. If they don't have to work to pay their electric bill, or do anything, then, And his insurance is under his mommy and daddy's. I mean, he don't have insurance. He don't have any bills. And he gets some kind of check every month. I mean, he's doing good. And then he figures when his parents die, he'll be able to cash out and get all this hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's his plan.
And for the record, for the people that are saying that we're abusing Slingshot Warrior, Dave, can you tell them that we talked to Justin before we even go live? And
we talked to Justin before we go live. If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't do it. And the other thing is, as far as Justin, the other day, Justin's been going through some tough shit that has nothing to do with YouTube.
Yeah.
And and that's and I get blamed for it. You know what I mean, John?
Because we're like, oh, you guys stole his nasty goblins. You stole this. We're like, hey, Justin, what do you think if we pretend I steal your nasty goblins and I make this? He goes, oh, okay. And then I'll come up and yell at you guys. And we're like, yeah. See, like, how is that abusing someone? He's literally involved in the fun. We're putting on a show, a skit, and it's funny, it's comedy. Everyone knows it's not serious except for the retards.
Well, we used to do this. This is why, John. We used to do this. We fake your death. Bergs used to play.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, one day, it's like Berg snapped. These people started turning on each other, and I'm going to be honest with you. I really do believe it was because maybe not necessarily Bergs, but other people coming in and saying, "Hey, you shouldn't talk to that person."
Well, you know what? In all honesty, Lolly did cause a lot of problems between you and I to begin with. A lot of shit that caused. You know that. You know what I mean?
I told you the other day, man. I really thought that a bunch of that stuff was phony. I didn't know she really hated me, and I'm not happy that she didn't like me, John. I thought that.
I thought she was only kidding around, Yeah,
I thought she was a very funny person, but if that wasn't. Yeah.
She took me off of Will because I talked to Noodles. She said, "You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. Ha ha. You're gonna find out."
I know
it now.
I know.
And now there's no fucking Will with me in it.
I know it sucks, John, but you got to admit that is the ultimate.
Over that. That's real life. That is real life. She really hates him in real life.
John, I know it sucks, but
I thought it was all a joke.
That's the ultimate troll. She got you from the grave. I mean, well done, Lolly.
You have to admit, she was good. She was good.
She knew what she was doing, Lolly.
She was good. You got to admit it.
We bow down to you, Lolly.
So, John, right now, like, people are freaking out because you're running around saying that you're going to turn her ashes into diamonds and sell them for $25 a piece.
You know how silly that even sounds?
Yeah, I know, but you understand that, right? Like, people really think that you're going to do that, and
Mark Terry made that rumor up.
It's like, dude, I had to tell people last night. I'm like, he wouldn't do that, right? Like,
turn them into diamonds. How do you turn ashes into diamonds?
I don't know, but if you could, I'm sure it costs more than $25 to turn someone's ashes into a fucking diamond. You can do it. I looked it up, and it's
really
it's a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a real thing. You can turn your loved ones into jewelry.
It cost me almost $800 for them ashes.
I believe it.
It wasn't fucking free. I mean, I had to pay for this shit and the urn and all this fucking shit. It's like outrageous, but what are you gonna do? I mean,
I watched Mark Terry's live stream, one of his live streams last night. I went in there and kind of peeked, and I saw one of the funniest troll comments I've ever seen in my life. Somebody said, "Mark Terry, you look like that character from Despicable Me. You have a huge fat body and pencil legs." Oh my God, I started laughing so hard. He looks like Despicable Me, the cartoon.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, John. KH, they are performance artists. Come on. Wow, John, that's not funny. That's not funny. What's not funny?
Kamala Harris. I promise you that's your rogue mod. Big Steve's done this to many people.
So Moose, can you explain to him what you had to do to find
John? I'm
like a hidden person or something.
So,
it's real
John,
weird.
I'm a channel manager on on Noodles. I'm an actual channel manager, so I can actually log in as Noodles on his page. And I got rid of, I think in one day, I got rid of 12 rogue mods.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they were.
But explain to him how you did it.
So while you're live, you have you have to be able to catch them in the thing, because what they're doing is when you're live is they hide their channel and it disappears from your moderator box. Okay, so when you're live, he's unhiding his channel and it shows up, and you have to catch him right at the same time. So what I would do is I would leave that moderator box open while Noodles is live, and I would watch the names appear, and I would X and save, X and save, X and save. And I took out, I think, 10 or 12 in one day on Noodles during a live stream.
Is there any time when I never
would have got them? You know what I'm saying?
So do they have to show themselves eventually? Is that the thing? Or?
Yeah, they are. When they're timing out, their channel is visible when they're timing people out. They can't do it from hidden. And the only other way they could be doing this, John, is if somebody at some point became a channel manager under you and you didn't realize it. Maybe the kid could be doing this, and he could be doing it from your account. And in that case, I don't know what to tell you, because he could have. I don't know if he's. Do you think he was capable of doing that?
Well, I know one thing. The kid said way back, "Haha, I got in a Noodles channel."
Yeah.
All I needed was his phone number to do it. This is what he told me.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, really?" Like,
I don't know.
Noodles had all this trouble.
I don't know.
He did it to Noodles, so I'm thinking it is the kid. You know.
I don't know if we can say this, but he admitted that to the police, or I'm not really good. Do you want me to stop talking, Dave?
Yeah, I told John about that already, and again, I didn't say that in that. I don't think that had anything to do with the case, but again, I did say that in private to close friends, and that's one of the. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm allowed to do with this case. I'm allowed to talk to close friends about it and family.
I used to think that he was. I used to think that he was like dumb. Why go to the police and confess? But you know what? He's so egotistical. He's proud of what he did. He has to tell the police, "Oh yeah, I did that and I did that." He's actually proud of his accomplishments. But that's why he's admitting this. He's not doing it because he's afraid or wants to, to clear it up because he feels bad. He's doing it because he's proud of it. He's almost like a cat that brings home a mouse. Oh, look at what I got, like. And you're talking about a 15-year-old. He's proud of this accomplishment. Yeah, I did it. I got in his account. I'm so smart. That's how I think. That's why he admits to this stuff.
And I think what's dangerous about that is he's so arrogant about it and so confident about it. Do you think he's going to continue this again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
And then when this happens again, do you think they're going to be as light on him as they are? Because at some point, he's only, you said he's turning 16 at the end of the year. He's 2 years away from being an adult. They don't just put you on probation for a year when you're an adult. You're going to sit in a dark corner of a cell somewhere.
He says, I could literally do this 50 more times and not get in any more trouble. That's what he said.
Well, I think I don't know. Maybe the second time that since he's been charged with this, his name might be known to the police now. They might know who to go to now, and I would assume they'd be like, "Hey, this is going to be the first person we're going to check if this is."
But happening. He can get smarter from it. Ever think of that? He might get a little smarter now, and do it in a way where it'll be harder to. And don't forget, the reason he got caught was because of that threat, that bomb thing. Or they wouldn't have investigated it. That was like a big thing.
And I don't think he's really that good at it, John, because if you think about it, he's been caught every single time. He's never gotten away with it. So he's not good at it. He was just bold and brave at it. And he was lucky that the police were lazy and didn't want to check into it until it went to a huge company like a grocery store, and they were kind of forced their hand. And then when they looked into it, and they were like, "Oh, crap, look at all these other reports from this guy named David Boldo. Oh my God!" And we just didn't even investigate it. Now we look like assholes.
Well, that place was already, somebody called in threats 3 other times before that or something, and it wasn't the kid; it was somebody else. So they already were looking at that place under radar. You know what I mean? And you could ask the police about that because I read it. It said one time a couple people from school, some kids called it in, and then another time that grocery place, it was another bomb threat. So they really had a radar on that place, and it put him in where they just already were looking, you know?
Yep. And because they're able to trace that stuff, because they were able to track him down within a day. It was fast. Like it was.
They could find any of this stuff out. They just don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have did this a long time ago.
I think swatting's getting a little bit more notice too by the police because it's escalating, and people are gonna end up getting shot and killed over this, and then now it's murder. You know what I mean? Because now this is you caused an action to cause someone to be killed. It's murder.
So, something about I'm gonna say this when I brought up that guns were pulled on me by the police, they get very defensive about that.
Right.
And I think that there has been a lawsuit in regards to stuff like this, and I think that the police are very, very cautious about when you're on camera with them and you bring up that, hey, I saw you with your gun on your hand. I saw that guy had his gun out, etc. They stop the conversation right there.
See, they can get in trouble for that because they're approaching you without any kind of proof of a crime.
So when they
pull their guns out,
when they pull their gun out, it's considered a use of force. And anytime the use of force is made, they have to do a report on it, and it has to be justified. And it goes in front of a review board. So they have to show cause of why they did a show of force against you. So that's why pulling a gun out is such a big deal. They don't want to talk about it because they go, because did they do a show of force report? Was it reviewed? You know, there's a lot of things that go into it. You should actually, I learned a lot of that by watching that On Patrol Live. They explain a lot of that stuff on the show. They're like, yeah, anytime they pull their gun and point it at you, that's considered a show of force. And they actually have to report that to their supervisor, and a report needs to be done and like reviewed.
The other thing that I will say, if anyone's being swatted like this, and I didn't know this until all this stuff happened, you have to also file a complaint against the police officers that showed up so that it goes even further. So, because this stuff, when these reports come in, they just get, they get tons of reports, right? They get tons of interactions where, hey, listen, it was just some dog barking or whatever, right?
Hey, John, can you get rid of Kamala Harris? He's just sitting in there threatening Noodles the entire time. He's just threatening. Like, that's not cool. Can we just get rid of him?
All right, I'll put him in timeout. But look, Steve, since they're up here, I don't want any.
You scumbag.
You can come back when they're not around up here because, unless you wants to come on panel, but.
Yeah, have Big Steve come up on panel.
You can come up on panel, come up on panel, Steve. Anyway. What were you saying?
Yeah, you have to file complaints against the police officers or else this will never get looked at. So I told the police, I said, when this happens again next August, I'm going to file a report on complaints against every officer that shows up. This has been going on for since 2020. You guys know what's going on. I understand you have to respond. I get it. I don't hate any of you. I don't think you're doing a bad job, whatever, but I have to file these complaints against you. I don't want you here. And someone's going to have to look at it every single time. Until you guys do something about it. I don't know what else to do.
The scary thing was, John, even you were relayed a message from the kid, and you said it on a live stream, what the entire purpose of the swatting was. Do you remember what you said? You said the kid said the entire reason behind this, the goal, was to get him shot. Remember that?
Oh, he said a lot of shit.
That was like, so it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to prank him. The entire purpose, the end game of all of it was to get Noodles killed. That's Jesus. Over YouTube, man. This is YouTube. And look, me and Noodles are up here talking like civilized humans, conversing, agreeing on subjects. Nobody's threatening to kill us. Why can't this be done?
So again, he got charged with a second degree whatever I can't really tell you exactly what he got, but it was second degree. First degree would have been him having me killed or from me dying. So, and the actual penalty was, I don't like using the word slap on the hand or slap on the wrist, because I wouldn't want to go through what he went through, or what he got, But I mean, in reality, a second degree crime is pretty fucking serious, and he didn't go to jail.
Other juveniles went to jail for less.
I think there's more to those stories, man. And I just don't know exactly what.
Do you think he's connected somehow? Because that's
what I asked the police that, and because I have all the screenshots. I said, "Who's this big something or other?" And they're saying that it's a senator, blah blah blah. And they said, no, that's not true. In fact, where this case went, it went to the very top of law enforcement involving this person. So I don't know. He said it's just hard to prosecute a juvenile like that and have them throw him. The prosecutor in New Jersey told me he's had cases where kids have stabbed people and haven't gotten prison time. They actually have to murder someone. Holy. That was the juvenile from Bergen. I mean, the prosecutor from Bergen County told me that.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it's they want money. They don't want to put people in jail. They want money. Mostly, I'm sure he had to pay a fine, right? At least.
I don't know about that. And the email that I got never stated that.
I would think they would have to pay for the emergency response. You know what I mean? Because the loss of business for the grocery store, because when you call for a rescue in the mountains, you get charged for the rescuer's fees. You know what I mean? So if this guy's calling in false, you think they would at least charge him for the police the police time?
Well, technically, his parents can be held responsible if Noodles really wanted to get. Noodles can actually have a good case. He could actually get money from the parents. Well, now you're not suing the parents; you're suing their insurance company. So they're not taking money out of their pocket. You're taking money out of the insurance, out of their homeowners' insurance.
From the sound of what you and Noodles, just hearing you guys talk earlier about what the communication with his parents, it sounds like they're at their wits' end too, and they're trying their best. Like they're
worried about being sued. They're worried about being sued because
that's never going to happen. And I know that the mother listens and stuff like that, John. That's never going to happen. I want you guys to be happy. I want your kid to be happy. I want everything to work out for you guys. I just wanted to stop against. I just want your son to stop harassing me. That's it.
I have a teenage son as well, and that oh my god, that I couldn't even imagine being in their shoes with this. Like that, I don't know what I would do. Because you can't control them 24/7. It's impossible. Because you think about what you were like at your age, at that age, and you're like, I didn't have.
Well, we weren't doing this. This is ridiculous.
We didn't have the technological capabilities that he does now, but we were doing our own mischief. We caused problems when we were kids, but we weren't doing this. And this is obviously some type of addiction or some type of problem that he's in over his head, and he might need some type of outside intervention to help. But
what's your prediction? Do you think he's going to do it again? I say absolutely, but that's just what I think.
I say August, but August next year.
I bet you he does as well. I guarantee you he does.
He already did it again after the first time. What makes you think he's going to stop when he got a slap on the wrist? That's the whole point.
Who was his main enemy in all of this? Was Noodles, right?
And you. He don't like you either. You know that, right?
You think I'm scared of that kid has nothing.
Yeah, afraid of a 15-year-old. Fuck.
If anything happened,
he's a punk.
He is known now. His name has been put out there, and it wasn't put out by Noodles. There's been a bunch of trolls been commenting in other.
I found it out, and I didn't even know I had his name, but he messed up, if it is his name, and sent me an email one time with Danny. And it had rhymes with New York or something,
I think you're correct, and there was somebody who posted that online. But and nobody's going to go attack this kid. Nobody's going to go after this kid and try to harm him the way he's done to us. But if things like this continue in the future, I think his entire power was anonymity, and that anonymity is gone now. So when these actions take place, now there's someone that has to answer for those, and you can give that to the proper authorities. Like, going, who do you think did this? You can say it was this guy.
Well, you know what? He would set me up too. If he see me arguing with Noodles or something, and I'll say a comment, next thing you know, something would happen to Noodles without me knowing it, to act like I implicate me in it. And he would like he'd play a game of setting me up in the middle of this stuff. Like, he'd send me pictures of your kids and try to coerce me to post them and all that. And he did all kind of weird stuff, you know. And it's like you know what I mean? Like trying to get me implicated in his shenanigans.
The funniest thing was, he goes, "I'm gonna let your wife know what you're doing." And I looked over at my wife and I go, "Honey, you want to see what I'm doing?" And she would just start laughing. Because, like, do you think I keep anything from my wife? Like, she's right next to me. Dane will sit there and talk to her, like, while we're doing some. He'll say stuff to her. I'm like, you think I'm hiding anything from her? Nothing I'm doing is I'm embarrassed by. I'm not embarrassed by anything I'm doing. I'm having
the
fun.
one thing I want to say though, that when people did start, again, I didn't know this kid's name until the police had kind of alluded to a name a while ago before I got the paperwork in the mail. Once I got that paperwork in the mail, I knew exactly what his name was. But once I realized that stuff was true, what people were saying, the amount of disinformation that came out by certain people and how I saw people react to that leads me to believe that these people were using this kid for something. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, John. What that kid said in the police department about you, I think he also said about some other people. Just letting you know. There were other people, there were other adults talking to this kid. I was letting you know.
What you mean when he entered the court case?
There was an interaction before, and it was a video confession where he mentioned people's names, and after the hearing, that's the word that they like using, the hearing, where he went back to the police department. They explained to the parents what was going on, who was contacting him, and the parents had to ask him questions about that. That's why they brought him in there, was because of the parents had to ask him certain questions. They had to talk. When they talked to this child, they actually talked through the parents to the child. That's what that was.
And the parents tried to act dumb, like they didn't know.
Yeah, and the parents would ask the kid questions.
Well, German lady said you hugged the kid.
No. I never met the kid. I never saw him. I never went to the courthouse.
Were you guys even in the same building at the same time, Noodles?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like this, the misinformation that comes out, and then she started saying a different name. Kept saying some name Jensen. She kept saying Jensen. That's his name. And was arguing with people.
John, these people are trying to cover up for something they were doing. They got caught, and I'm telling you, whatever comes from it, John. I wanted you to know that, hey, listen, this is what this kid's saying behind your back to the police. And
well, of course, you probably
this is what's really going to fucking bother these people that were involved with this kid. He was saying shit behind John's back, and he's saying shit behind yours, and you don't know. John knows what he said about him because I told him, because the police told me, and you, whoever else was talking, you're not going to know shit. You're not going to know shit. And I'm telling you right now, whatever comes from this, the police department's not dealing with it. The local police aren't dealing with it. It's another organization. All right.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. The local police.
This kid made a statement that got the attention of an organization. All right. And whatever comes from it comes from it. But there were multiple names that were mentioned.
Are you saying it federal?
I said what I said. That was
yes.
But why would the police question him after the case? I don't understand that.
Like I said, they brought him in and they talked through the parents to him. I don't think they were allowed to. There was something about the parents being there. The father was there. It wasn't the mother, it was the father.
Because they usually do that when something else is happening.
Yeah.
Not related to this.
And
are you saying there was more? Shocked. There's more to what was going on? Or?
Yeah. The father was shocked to hear what was going on. He had no idea and was asking the son, why are you talking to these people? And he said, well, I'm not talking to them. They're talking to me. Those are the words that he used.
He would call and spoof numbers. We wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm gonna say, you know, yeah.
Is there a federal case going on for something? Is that what you're trying to get?
Dave, would you, if it doesn't involve you, Dave, would you know about it? They wouldn't tell you, would they? Because it's not really in your, like, it's not about you. So would they really be telling you about it?
They wanted, when I was coming back from Justin's, they told me I got called in the police department. It was like, the last holiday. Yeah. I was down in Maryland. I got called in. I drove all the way up from Maryland to go talk to these guys. And they said, well, the reason why we're telling you any of this is because you're a victim in this crime. We have to. And they told us, I asked a bunch of questions. And they didn't tell me exactly, but they alluded to certain things that, again, when after the hearing, I was told certain things, right? And it was because I was involved with John somehow. They brought up John. And it was because when John was contacting me via or third party through this kid, I made a big stink about it. And they said, listen, this is what we did. And they told some other stuff about other people the father knows about. What they're going to do about it, the parents, I don't know. And what this other entity is doing, we don't know. We don't know what's going to come from it. And that's what the police told me. He's like, we have nothing to do with that. That is with that entity, and that's it.
Can you say what you were a victim of?
Oh, you mean the parents have to take it on their own to do what they want to do?
No.
Well, the parents can. I think you had a conversation with the parents, right?
Right.
Right. So maybe that's squared away. But supposedly, based on what this kid said, it went higher up to another organization that is involved with this now.
Like a federal thing?
I don't know. I didn't say that.
Well, the kid had to implicate himself because nobody else did anything like that. I mean, federal crimes or nothing. I mean, I know there was CP involved.
I'll say this: the kid implicated himself and other people.
Dave, why were you getting your mail delivered to you and it had already been opened by the post office?
Because that day I got called in and they said,
I heard that too.
Yeah, there was poison being sent to me in the mail. The FBI was involved in Homeland Security and the Postal Police. And they had all the screenshots. They were actually in there when it was said. And, you know, I'm not going to say where it was or anything like that. But they had been watching this for a while. So for anyone who thinks that they were saying things in private to this person, you're mistaken. And they have been in there for a while watching this person.
Oh man!
I'm just letting you know.
You know,
John,
when it comes down, you know, I don't have to go through this again. But they were watching.
John, I really hope you're done with this kid. I hope you really are.
Haven't heard nothing. It's been peaceful.
I hope you stay. I hope if he contacts you, you just ignore him. I know the kid made some kind of threat he was bragging about blowing up the Empire State Building.
whether he was just lying about it or he was serious. But he says, do you think that's what they want to talk to me about? I said, well, what do you mean? He said, oh, I threatened to blow up the Empire State Building. They had it evacuated. I said, what? He said, yeah, it happened like a year and a half ago. I threatened to blow up the Empire State Building and they had it evacuated. You think that's why they want to talk to me? Or how about the CP? Maybe it's the CP. He was going crazy. I said, what CP? He said, oh, Noodles said he got CP and he's trying to blame me for it, but he sent it himself. I said, so it could be that, or
so
the mail.
In January of 2022, after the whole steel toe thing and Chrissy Mayer and Bob Levy, I received the phone call. No, I received the phone call in 2022 in December, and they wanted me to go down and tell them what pictures I received and what they wanted detailed descriptions of them. And in January, this was in December, in January, I get a phone call, January 13th of 2023, saying that they had found the person who had distributed them. And unfortunately, they couldn't tell me much more because it was a juvenile, right? Chrissy Mayer puts out a video about the court case, what happened. And Chrissy Mayer said that they found child pornography on this juvenile's device. So he's not telling you the whole truth, John.
Is that a federal crime though, or no?
Oh, 100%.
When I was talking to the prosecutor, they said that they were treating it as a child exploitation case.
Especially if these pictures are being sent across state lines, John, it's immediately a federal, like just on email that's FBI jurisdiction at that point.
Well, Noodles claimed he got them on his phone before.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly a bunch of people did, and that's why, when I asked you when you got them, did you report them to the police?
Yeah. I got them too. Remember all that?
That's what I'm saying, and you got to
report that. It was a kid.
Stuff.
It was some kid with like something around its mouth and.
That Kamala Harris is back, John.
He's trying to say the kid was, oh, I was only joking. I'm not really into child porn. It was just a joke. That's what he's trying to say, what he told him. Do you think that's why it's going? Do you think that's what's going on, or you think it's something else? Or?
Here's the thing. When it comes to these juvenile cases, you really can't get any information from the police. There's something that I can supposedly file that will give me more information. But John, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't trust this person. I think this person is going to try to so for instance, if this person sends out fake emails all the time, right? Spoofs phone numbers, etc. Who's to say that this kid isn't going to send himself an email from me saying that, oh, I'm going to hurt you, blah, blah, blah. I want to have limited access to this. I want the police to be totally involved in this and to totally know who's doing it. And, that's where I want to leave it.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on, but, and you don't know what he's telling his parents, he could be painting him to be the victim. You know what I mean?
Oh, I guarantee you that's what he's doing. I guarantee you he's telling mom and dad, oh, they're the ones pushing me into doing it. They're telling me to do it. I'm just trying to fit in. I guarantee you that's the game he plays. But they've got to know at this point, though, like, okay, this isn't the first time you've been charged with this. And then when he admitted to everything.
Well, he was doing swatting way before I even knew this kid. He was doing it way back. Like, I mean, this shit went on with Tony Stark, and even before that, he was swatting people,
Maybe he'll get the help he needs. I don't know. I really hope he does. I really hope he does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do except, say, hey, listen, I hope, I pray for this kid. I don't know. I want the best for him. I don't, John. One day this kid's gonna be 18. One day this kid's gonna be able to drive. He's gonna be able to own guns. He's gonna be able to do everything that adults do. And I don't want this kid being crazy. I don't want this kid growing up to be a crazy adult. And I want his parents to be happy. I want his parents to have grandchildren and all this crap. But the way this is going, I don't know, man.
This is what's wrong with homeschooling, man. They're not getting social interaction skills with other kids. He's stuck in his room all day by himself, and the only people he has to talk to are his parents. And the internet is his entire world. When I was 16, man, I was never home. I was out playing sports, hanging with my friends, talking to girls, going on dates, doing everything. Like this is not a healthy lifestyle for a teenage boy. Go out and experience life, man. YouTube is not it. It's not. This isn't life.
I have a feeling I know why this kid doesn't get out and do that stuff. I mean, he doesn't seem like a popular person. He gets attention. He was getting attention from adults, like people like German Lady and Lisa Jordana and stuff like that. I mean, think about that. You know,
that Lisa Jordana loves him.
And it's not real attention. It's fake. It's internet shit. You know, it's like it's not real interaction. You're typing words or you're hearing people talk. Like there's no any real human contact there. It's not healthy. It's not. It really is.
It's an illusion. It's
exactly, John.
It's an illusion. It's you are having contact, but there's no how you say it, like deep connection. There's not no deep connection. It's just unless you meet people, kind of, like Noodles meets people and all that. But it's just do you know half these people you talk to on here? Do you know Mr. Will? Do you actually know this guy?
No,
it's a Care Bear. I mean, do you know these people? I mean, you're talking there.
You're not supposed to either, right? I mean, that's the other weird thing. It's like it's an unwritten law. Like you're not supposed to know these people. It's supposed to be anonymity. It's supposed to be whatever. But back in the day, when I was growing up, you were supposed to know people. Anyone you talk to, you're supposed to get to know them. You know, and it's just weird.
I mean, these trolls. Do you actually know anything about them? I mean, I mean,
I personally think the reason why a lot of these people don't want you knowing who they are is because they can be easily looked up, not to be harassed, but for the things that they've done. You know, I mean, we were talking the other day. How do you really know that some of these people might be serial killers, the child molesters?
I'm sure there's a bunch out there, but
yeah, it's a perfect place to hide out.
Yeah, this is a place where they'll be, like here and But do you really know a lot of these people? Well, you and Moose, you people cammed up, sometime. But some of these people, Duckling. Well, you think Duckling's this person, but I mean, do we know who Kitten Cat is? I mean, for real. I mean, we don't know who these people are.
John, I think there's people that try to stir things up for a community of people that just like to watch others freak the fuck out. Like I see it happen with Mark. Mark's a prime example. They want Mark to freak out on camera. They love it, and they get people to get him to do it. Mrs. Terry showed me. Kimberly Starr, I'm telling you right now, man. Kimberly Starr was one of them.
These people love to just see people in misery. Really? They love to watch people fight. This is their soap opera. This is their soap opera that they're watching.
Kitten Cat is Jeff H. I wouldn't doubt if Jeff H isn't around somewhere under a troll account, and we don't even know it. Like, you know what I mean? Not like lashing out.
I'm sure they're watching.
Yeah, they're watching. Assume he's watching everything right now.
Yeah, because he's scared. And listen, I'm not going to do anything to you. I want the best for you. I just want you to leave me alone, and I have to do whatever I can to protect myself, right? I mean, if I wasn't, there'd be something wrong.
See, so, I have a theory about the kid that Noodles doesn't agree with. I think because you brought this up a little bit ago in the stream, John, that you said that, like, if for him to be doing this, he had to be 10 years old when he was doing this. The communities that this was happening to was like the homesteading communities. You remember that?
No, that's before my time.
Yeah, it was like the homesteading. And do you know who hangs out in those homesteading communities? Is like those moms, those 40-year-old moms that they're sitting at home all day. I think his mom might have been in those communities and might have been kind of trolling a little bit, and he kind of jumped in and started helping mom out. And so going, hey mom, mom, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Ha ha ha. And I think it went too far.
When his mom told me that she's involved with YouTube, right there, it set off flags.
And I think she might be protecting him a bit. I don't think dad knows anything about it, but I think mom might be kind of protective of him, and hopefully that ends, because this drama shit these drama people are insane.
I think she was involved with it for 3 years or something or whatever. And then when Noodles had a falling out, I think the kid took over. The mom quit or whatever doing it. And I think the kid started taking over where the mom left off. The kid was probably watching the mom do it. That makes sense, kind of.
Kamala Harris, please stop threatening people in the chat. Back there threatening people again, John. Threatening Noodles. He's all around New York City.
Man, not right now. There. I mean, what do you do about somebody threatening you like that, though? Do you have to put up with this stuff? Or? I mean, I timed him out.
Well, we can't call his mother. So I don't know. I mean, we got to call the police. Unfortunately, we can't call his mother. His mother probably wouldn't care. I think she's just as trashy as him, but Big Steve anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Can't call Big Steve's mom.
Very barely does he come around here. It's just that I guess because you guys are here, he's coming around.
John, I'm telling you, he is like a legitimate bottom feeding scumbag, Big Steve. He is a horrible human being. He's not a good person.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, John. I'm telling you that woman, his mother, Big Steve's mom, was threatening me like 3 or 4 years ago.
Are you serious?
On panel. Yeah,
no way.
Up. Yeah, I swear to God.
Why would the mother be involved in
it? Again, you think that these people have normal lives, John? These people think about the trashiest family in town. You know what I mean? Think about the trashiest family in town. That's probably who you're dealing with. So,
the scumbags. The people.
The link is in the chat, Mark. I mean, Mark is over there saying his wife died. Do you believe this shit this guy has to say?
I hope that's not true, Mark. And to be honest with you, Mark, you're Mark. I don't know your wife like you knew your wife, right? But I'm telling you, she had your back, man. The whole time I talked to her, she never said anything bad about you, Mark. She stuck up for you. She said these people are not good for you. Mark, I'm telling you straight up, that woman stuck up for you the whole time that I was talking to her.
To make something up like that.
Yeah, I hope that's not a ploy just to get like money or donations, because that's fucked.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do anything for a donation, won't he?
I don't, man. It's different for me. I just see this stuff on because do I ask anything from your channel? Like, no. Dave has even asked me in the past. He goes, "Hey, I'll give you a cut," and I go, "I don't want anything." And
you know that Dave 25.
Sorry,
that's all right. I was saying that Dave 25. I go and help him with his channel and all that. Then he brings scumbags up there to argue with me. I'm like, I mean, what the fuck? People I don't even know. He's a mooch, man.
He's trying to turn it into a shit show. And you want to know what I saw last night, dude? I was watching Steve's channel, the Asylum. Tina's up there arguing with that fucking that supposed woman, Kimmy K. And Albert comes in and goes, "Mom, why are you arguing with these people? Just leave them. They're not worth it. They're nothing." If Tina D and Albert left that community, it would destroy that community. Wouldn't exist. So you gotta recognize, John, that you're the show. All right, you're the show. These people are nothing without you. Mark has to realize that. Tina has to realize that. Albert, I think, gets it. Albert gets it. And if you stick around these people, All right, and I'm going to say this again. I said it publicly before. Albert, what do you think is going to happen when your mom passes away? Mine did, right? And look what they do. You know, you're not going to get paid for it, nothing, and they're scum, dude. You're better than them, and you know it. People are going to follow you. They're not going to follow these people.
You just go live on your channel, John. They're using you. They're using you for donations, trying to get people to come in. They put their videos behind a paywall, and then they lure them in with John Camillo, because people want to hear what you have to say because everything going on. They don't care what they have to say. Nobody cares what they have to say. If you're not on there, then nobody's there.
Well, Dave 25 doesn't say anything anyway. He just sits there.
He's using you, John. That's all. Yeah, he's using you. And if you listen to him, he starts making up shit. He'll start saying shit about you, going, "Oh, what about PDX? Tell me about how she wants to have sex."
Right,
with you.
right.
And you're like, Dave, you know what's going on right now. Why are you just making up
there's a group of people. There's a group of people, Mark and Bergs and Dave 25, that they want to draw me back to have a fight with PDX. They love it. And I'm trying to avoid it, and they keep on, like, you know what I mean, instigating and causing a bunch of shit.
Their numbers are tanking, though. Their numbers are tanking. People have realized, oh, this isn't real. This is like what Dave 25 likes his WWE wrestling. It's like a bad wrestling skit. His content. It's just made up fake stuff. And anytime anyone confronts him, he's like, "Why do you want to have sex? You want to have sex with me?" What? It's like just made up fake accusations that everyone's starting to realize that it's fake. There's no content. It's just a made up story, and he's trying to make it funny, and it's not. And
who's this now?
That's Dave 25.
In the background, I mean.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see.
Attack Noodles. Who is that? The avatar says Attack Noodles. And then when I click it, it says Dead Bulldog.
Put them up on panel. Just drop our cameras down
I'm
or something.
not sure how to do it.
Select one of us as your main screen and then bring them up.
All right, hold on. Let me solo layout like that.
Yeah. Now bring up that other person, and he can't porn bomb you, and just be ready to drop them.
All right. There, he's up.
Steve. Yo, Steve, how you doing? You big fat ass.
So he's not going to say nothing right now?
Yeah, because he's fat.
It was a porn bomb, probably. Wait. But it says Dead Bulldog, like, you know.
Just banned from studio. He won't be able to come back.
You going to say anything, dude? All right, I got rid of them.
Yeah, these people. See what I'm talking about, John? Like, this is sick. But you bring people to your channel, man, and people are here watching, just listening to you. They like to hear your stories. I like watching you when you scrap. I would like to see you scrap and then show what you made, to bringing out like showing the stuff on the side of the road. Like, I like that stuff. I think that'd be interesting. I'd watch that.
One time, somebody seen a sign of what street I was in and figured out where I was. And then they try to call up, like, to get you jammed up. You know what I mean? They do all kind of wicked shit.
Yeah, Dave wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Dave?
No, I never heard of that before.
Yeah, everywhere. Dave.
The time I went in to buy something, they called the store up and said I was stealing. The kid did it.
Yeah, he did that to Dave every day for like 2 weeks straight. Everywhere Dave went, he got swatted 3 times in one day.
John, you're the show, Mark's the show, but when you guys start talking about each other, no one knows who the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean? Talk about something that's relevant. And I'm sure, John, the Trump stuff, man. You know what I think about that stuff. You know that I don't vote. I don't do anything like that. But people know what I'm talking about. When I bring up Trump, they know what you're talking about, so the people stick around.
Dave has over 100 plus viewers. He's holding over 100 plus viewers at a time when he's doing his Trump streams. 100 plus every single time.
So what happens is if you're part of this community, right, you get blackballed. That's what's happening to Mark right now. So all those people, right, that are over at Steve's, they're blackballing this guy. The only way for Mark to get more people on the stream is not talk about the people that are blackballing him. You know what I'm saying? Talk about someone that everyone knows. I know it sounds stupid.
He was so close to you at times. What's that mean? Where does Big Steve live? Does he live by you, Noodles?
He lives in California in a bed. He never gets out of bed. He's never gotten out of bed. It's too far.
He said he came a week later or something.
John, do you know what Big Steve once told us? Because we were asking him about showering. He doesn't fit in his shower, so he has to do sponge baths. And this is 100%. He said he has to take sponge baths because he doesn't fit in his shower.
Don't they sell those doggy wash things at like Tractor Supply or something?
Yeah, he should get. You know what? He should just get like a sprayer for his hose, and just go outside with like a tarp and set it up and go in there. I've got videos of him.
Tractor Supply. It's like a ring, and you can put animals through it, and
he could go through
an animal.
A cow wash, dude. We should
Willy
put him
Wonka, that big fat guy, and Willy Wonka, you know.
We should put him on roller skates and put him through one of those automatic car washes and just let it pull him through.
and film it. That would be a good stream.
Hey, Steve, do you want the wax treatment or no? Oh, okay.
It's hot.
It's hot. Oh, do the blow dryer part again. I like that.
Had the scrubbers come, you know, the ones on the top where they come like flying saucers.
They'd have
you ever see when people actually get caught up in those things? They die.
Really?
Because those scrubbers, you get caught in one of those, they'll fucking flip you around until you're dead.
Oh, he'd snap those scrubbers in half of the big fat body. Those things, they'd have to treat the water waste as hazmat though when they're done with them. They're like, what is this oil slick coming off of them?
He could feed an army of cannibals for a fucking week, that's for sure. Christ. Fuck. We take this one. We take this one.
We take this one. It tastes good.
If you're stuck in a cage, you have a week to try to escape by the time they get done eating that fucking thing. You know?
Oh my God.
That's like the fucking feed a fucking army without a tribe.
You have to treat it like a pig and singe the hairs off.
Imagine him and fucking Bergs. Bergs will try to negotiate. Liquor. Freedom. Liquor. Listen to me, God damn it.
How drunk would they get from eating Bergs? All the cannibals are shit-faced just from eating Bergs.
They don't have to trim much fat when they get to his penis, you know?
Is this one female? Oh, I can't tell.
By golly, it's a female.
Nope, I thought it was a belly button. It wasn't. It was just a really small penis.
When they trim the fat, you know, they got robbed, you know? No fat wear. Oh. Ever watch that movie Acapulco or whatever it was?
Yes.
Where they cut the balls off and they said, here's the balls. Try, good.
Oh, gross. Oh, God. Delicious.
Yeah. They cut the balls off of a mule or something. Yeah, eat good. The guy spit it all out, the one they played the joke on.
Oh, vomit.
That's called Acapulco. And he couldn't bite it. It was like rubber. It's like the one native. Eat. Yeah. Can you imagine some of these characters getting eaten by cannibals? It would be like fucking Mark Terry. What would they get out of that? You know, Jesus Christ.
There's no meat on the legs. They wouldn't get it.
Waist up, good. Waist down, bad. Bad. I went in a Chinese restaurant with Mark Terry. It's like, oh, my wife say you're no good. You're no good. You gotta go. You go.
They kicked you guys out because
we went to. There was a Chinese restaurant, and they looked at Mark right away by where he lived. You go. Wife afraid, you go.
Really?
What did Mark do in there before? That's what I'm wondering. He
ain't him at a house at home. They took his fucking tray, like, you know.
They're like, no, you leave now.
Yeah, you go. You no good. My wife say, wife afraid.
You here 4 hours. You leave.
How about this guy? You know this guy? I'm quitting YouTube, folks. You all go make fun of me, and I'm going to go quit YouTube. I'm going to go. You make fun of me, folks.
Yeah, what is he doing now?
Who knows?
Like, he's not on Instagram or anything like that, right?
Who's this?
The Rich Life.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't. I don't follow them people, you know.
Yeah.
I never really got into that with that and the Elvis and all that. I didn't even know him really. I mean, remember that guy Elvis or whatever they called him?
I that was before my time. I didn't know Elvis
too.
Travels. I think I asked Dave.
I don't want to know him either, from what I hear, but I basically hang around, you know, Bergs, Mark Terry, Anderson Henderson, who disappeared. I don't know where the hell he is. And, you know, the media. And it's not a good place to be around with these people.
You know, these crazy people, eventually it catches up to them and they figure out, oh, I'm not. Because how much are they honestly making? Because like Dave 25 says this
nothing.
Is his
They're not
job.
making nothing.
Dave 25 says, this is my full-time job. Like, what are you making, $40 a month? You're not even getting enough for YouTube to give you your check.
All he needs to make is like $20 a week. He don't have any bills. Everything's paid for.
But that's
if you don't have any bills, $20 is a lot of money, you know?
John, I could go right now.
What bills does he have?
You go to a fast food joint and spend $20. Like on one meal.
That's really nothing.
Yeah, but he smokes so much weed. Where's he getting all the money for that? My God.
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
He got money. He gets money. I just don't know.
And these people aren't planning for their future because they can't live in their grandma's garage forever. You know
well,
what I mean?
Bergs is, isn't he?
Jesus Christ. How lucky did he get that his parents lived to be 90 plus? I mean, good Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
Because
one day
the shit's hitting the fan with him. You know? Yeah. And did you hear why Bergs threatened to kill J-Mac and Emmy?
No.
So the reason why was because J-Mac brought up something about Bergs changing his father's diapers. He doesn't like that. So, you know, there is a back and forth there, but Bergs, you make a joke about Bergs, it automatically goes to killing you. You know?
No, it was about the guitar because he said he reneged on the guitar. That's why he threatened him one time.
No, J-Mac said something about him, you know, ending the stream and going to change his father's diapers or something like that. He brought it up last night.
Oh,
really? That's disgusting.
Bergs reserves right to killing, you know?
Yeah, low-witted people usually do that.
He says, see, John, I'm not the cowardly lion. See, John? Yeah, but you got 2 6-packs underneath you now, Bergs. I mean...
So here's the thing. If Bergs goes to jail or anything like that, they're going to take away his alcohol, and he knows that he's scared. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the cops. But I think when the cops look at him, he plays like he's like some kind of invalid, you know, slow child, you know, like you know, I'm so and so slow child. That's how he introduces himself to everybody.
Right.
He's not slow.
But
he's very knowledgeable when it comes to like subjects he's interested in. When it comes to
he's a smart guy.
Guitar players, he knows all of them. He knows their music. He memorizes their songs. He knows all that stuff, the years of these albums. Like you could list off like some guy, what do you think about Pearl Jam and the 1970, and he'll tell you the album name and all the songs on it. But if it comes to anything to do with something that's not his interest, he's drooling and trying to bite his own ear.
he's that's exactly right. He's just what the hell was I going to say? It was something good about this guy. Well, not good, but I forget.
When he's not drinking, he's actually kind of funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's the show. Like, but when he talks about other people, no one knows what he's talking about. If he just did a topic like a current event, he could do it, man. The guy was talking to me about OJ for like an hour and a half, and he was telling me all these things that OJ did. Like I didn't even know about it. I was whatever. But you get these OJ fans, and they're out there.
He probably idolized him.
Yeah. Right, but my point is that he knows this stuff. He could talk about that, but no, he talks about John. He talks about Mark. I mean, no offense, but like the average person doesn't know any of you. That's why he's not getting any views.
Dave and I talked about this before when we were planning live streams. When we because your audience is really limited when you talk about these people, because you will never expand past this audience because only these people know. And when Dave starts talking about some people like that on his live streams, he's got 120 people watching, all looking there, and there'll be like 6-7 comments and going, I don't know who any of these people are you're talking to. And you start watching the numbers drop. Boom, 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 boom.
And then here's the other thing. So when you do that, right, these people aren't interested at all. It's not even that they don't know. And the people that are interested blackball you. They're not there anyway. They're not gonna,
Yeah. So is that the audience that's gonna donate money? Is that the audience that's gonna super chat? No, those are the people that are just there for the hate. They're not there to support you in any way, shape, or form. But when Noodles does his Trump stuff, he's on there doing his. You had like $60 in super chats on a 1 hour stream, all from separate people. I think you got 8 different memberships from it, and just doing that. And you were holding 120 people, and it went 5 hours on one, and just the memberships are up. I think you have like 20 memberships right now.
Well, we did it. We did it with Michelle too. Michelle did it. She never gets 400 views a live stream, right? She got donations on top of subscribers on top of views because she talked about something that was relevant, and it wasn't,
Well, it was kind of funny because you guys sat in a park with a bullhorn, and you guys had on you guys had Trump stuff on and flags, and they were sitting there, and Michelle Marie Delaney's on the bullhorn, John. Yeah, and Noodles. People would ask Noodles a question on the phone, and he would relay it to Michelle, and she would answer it on the bullhorn in the middle of the park, and people were coming up and having conversations with them. They were coming up and joining the conversation, so there was a crowd forming. And people are, so not only just online is there a crowd forming, in person there was people there talking and interacting, and it's enjoyable because it's really fun to watch and interact with these people and see in real life things. Like even if you're driving around just picking up scrap, people still enjoy that because it's something different that they're not looking at. But when people are just sitting in their house and doing nothing in their garage and talking shit about people just click the channel and they go on.
You don't want to get involved with it, John.
Where'd John go? Welcome to the David Boldo podcast.
Oh yeah,
the only Dave podcast. Right. Oh, we're back.
Somebody was in the back there, and then they dropped out. I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
Botter stepped in.
Yeah, it's just Steve threatening Noodles again.
Yeah, you're right. When you have different topics that I still say that Noodles should put Michelle Marie Delaney on the corner there to panhandle. You know how much money she'll make with them elf ears and all that?
I want her to give Dave a pair of elf ears and they go out to dinner and they both wear them. I think that would be great.
I do that.
Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
Hey, Dave.
It's Convid.
Mr. Baldo.
Oh, hey, it's us, Sam.
Hey, I have a question, man. People's running around saying that you gave all my information to a certain person's father.
No. That's people just trying to start drama, Sam. That's all they're doing.
I was wondering. Well, it's one of your old buddies too.
Who?
What's her fucking name? Duckling.
Oh yeah, because Duckling's really good friends with Dave.
His best friends is a duck. You know what? Noodles don't give a duck. Okay.
Nah, Sam, I never met that kid's father. I never had a conversation with him. I never had a conversation with the kid. The only person I talked to was the detective.
Well, you told me you had a conversation.
Sam, the same detective that talked to you.
You're not making sense.
What do you mean? You know the detective that you talked to on the phone? I'm talking about the kid's father.
Right.
So the kid's father I never spoke to. But what I'm trying to tell you is out of all those people, it was the detective.
But you told me you had a... Dude, you're telling me one thing, and then you're telling me another.
What did I tell you?
You told me that
every single time you call me, you say that you're wasted.
You sound wasted right now.
I didn't say seriously.
Actually, I just woke up.
That's
but I know what you said. Supposedly you were hugging the father and...
No, he's never said that once.
I think you were stoned when you heard German ladies say that.
Yeah.
That's what that's saying. And again, the only person I talked to is the same detective that you talked to, Sam.
Did you have a rough night? Did you have a rough night last night, Sam?
Oh man, dude, found this fucking 600-pound bitch, dude. She wanted to fuck.
I don't think that happened, but how much did you drink or smoke or snort?
I don't drink. Well, I did buy a bottle of Patron last night, but I didn't drink none of it yet.
Yet?
Yeah.
So you're gonna drink it?
It's maturing,
yeah, I bought it. Yeah, I bought it for a live stream.
Patron, that's expensive tequila.
Well, when you're bougie like me, and when you do drink once in a while, I don't want to feel like shit the next day. So you get the good top shelf stuff. I almost got this one bottle. They wanted $159 for it. It was originally, well, hold on. It was $151. It was originally $219 though.
Oh, you had a coupon or something?
No, it was some type of 6-pack deal. You buy 6 of them and you get like $70 off the bottle.
Are you flipping them? Like you selling them?
With those, there is some wiggle room to make, maybe $20-$30. No, if I'm gonna make something or if I'm gonna sell something, I'm gonna make edibles.
Don't you need do you have an oven to do that?
I'm gonna buy one. I'm thinking of buying one.
So just so I don't forget, what did I say to you? I said that I hugged the father.
No, well, I'm not just gonna put your fucking, our personal conversation out there.
Well, you just said that I told you that.
He did.
If I told you that, then that would have been personal. But that's what you're claiming.
No. Well,
you did say.
Look, man, all I know is I know you told me one thing, and
what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Dude, I'm not gonna get into it, dude.
Okay.
I don't have time. I don't have time in my short time on this earth to keep arguing over trivial bullshit with people online.
Why did you keep texting Noodles that you were gonna kill him?
I never did anything like that.
Yeah, you did. After the Joan Benet Ramsey's comments. You remember that?
I never said shit about killing him.
You said there was people coming to kill him. That was stupid. He never should have said that. There's people coming to kill
No, I
him.
didn't.
You're dead.
No, I didn't. The only thing I said was the Joker Squad's got is on your radar now.
Dave.
Anything else, Sam?
Huh? Couldn't tell you.
Why did the detectives want to talk to you?
Talk to who?
Jesus Christ.
To you, Sam.
Well, if detectives wanted to talk to me, I'm pretty sure they'd fucking ring me up.
No,
I'm pretty sure Noodles would give them my fucking phone number. I'm sure Noodles will give them my fucking phone number so they can call me.
Well, they have your phone number because you called them, remember?
Well, yeah, but that was like 3 cell phones ago, too.
Why would you call the detectives?
Because there was a murder plot against Noodles.
A murder plot?
There was a murder plot?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a murder plot against Noodles, and I felt it was appropriate that the authorities in his area knew about, somebody wanting to take castor oil seeds or castor seeds and grind them and extract the oil and use it to poison somebody.
Who said that?
I can't deliberate on that, but I know when that comment was said, John Camillo, you were laughing in Discord.
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor? Sam? He dropped out?
He must need a new cell phone.
Of course he did. The best is here. Hey, Noodles. How you doing, guys?
Why are you faking a death?
What death?
Of your wife.
I don't have a wife. You talking about my ex-wife, Tracy? She's not dead. She's fine.
You said you just did a thing about her being dead.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make some money, man. What the fuck? You got a problem with it?
Jeez, Mark.
Yeah, but for 2 days you were saying she's dead and please donate to me.
Yeah. I made a lot of money, man. What's the problem?
How much did you make?
Honest.
How much did you make?
Well, that's my business. I made more than you did, you trash. You don't make anything.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Noodles. How you doing, buddy?
I'm extremely.
Good, Mark.
I'm poor.
So, Noodles, can I borrow like $50, man? Come on.
Mark, I'm serious. I just gave John 30. I gave PDX 20.
Hey, Mark, you can suck my dick and I'll give you 100.
Dave, I'm cash apping you $50 right now. Okay, Dave.
All right.
Hey,
$50.
Hey, Mark Terry, you could open your mouth and suck my dick and I'll give you $100. Then you can go.
I'll pass on that. Thank you.
Then you can go get your dope and be a true dope hoe.
Yeah, right.
So what drugs are you on, Mark, that you need money?
I just put another crown in my jewel in heaven. Thank you, Lord, for that. Yes, my Heavenly Father. How you doing, Noodles? Can I say a prayer today for you, Noodles?
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning humbly and ask you to bless Noodles in everything he does in his life. Unlock all his miracles. Put on his armor when he goes out to fight every day. Let him be the victor, Lord. Lord, please bless him where he fathers hundreds of children. Let him live a long, prosperous life, Lord. Quit horsing around, Lord, and make it happen. And we ask all these things humbly. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Wow. Mark, you were the best, Mark. You were the absolute
I know.
best.
I'm rising up in my authority with the Lord, and these people can't deal with it, Noodles.
You're a man. You realize that these people are the ones that blackball you and all this stuff, and you're trying to get money from them. Mark, let's move on from these people, right? Let's get new people, Mark, and start making things entertaining again.
Exactly. See, I learned something from you the other day, Noodles. I was paying real close attention when you told the chat that you was never going to read the chat again until you got your money, you got your members. Bam! You got them just like that, didn't you? That's because you walk with the righteous. That's because a quality product will always outsell trash, like Sammy Bo Andy back here, the animal abuser. Nobody likes an animal abuser. You've got 2 dogs. How can you stand this son of a bitch?
Mark, maybe you could join a gypsy community and you guys could pull your camper around. That would be awesome.
I know, man. Hey, listen, I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna put it on my community post. I got a new van gave to me, man. I got a new van.
It's a Van Gogh. Put it in your van and go.
No, it's a country. It's a town and country like Rich Life used to have. Ain't that something, John?
Are you going to move into it, or what are you going to do?
No, I'm staying in the camper. I'm just going to pull the camper around with it, man. I'm blessed, bro.
Can that van pull that camper? Does it have a strong?
Yeah, I can sell that van for $10 grand right now, dude. It's in great shape. I'm going to put a picture of it on my community post for you, fellas.
Go
you always wind up getting stuff, you know.
Go live driving it around, Mark.
I will.
Well, that's because Mark.
Now 8, dude. I ain't been up that long. I was sick last night.
That's why, because Mark's
I was sick, and Verge was drunk, and he kept me up all night last night, dude.
People out of their
panties. Is a real piece of shit.
Maybe you guys could park your vans next to each other and go live together, like do an overnight.
Are you talking about me and John? Hell yeah.
No, you and Sam.
Yeah.
No, I'll never be around Sam. I'll murder that motherfucker. Allegedly.
Oh man, hey, you know what? I think
allegedly. I said allegedly. This could be for entertainment purposes only. Dog strangler.
I might put you to the test. Hey Mark, that'd be so easy to put you in prison for the rest of your life. I might just let you do it. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Have you in prison for life, and I'm dead.
You don't kill birds. You molest them like you did them fowls, like you did that barn owl. You molested it.
Oh,
then you sick fuck. You molested a turkey. Then you fucking fucked a turducken. You're a sick bastard. Noodles, what do you think about this guy fucking a turkey? Come on, man.
Is that like Scary Movie when he was sitting there, he was stuffing the turkey with his strong hand? Oh!
I don't know where this guy comes up with this shit, but he does it for entertainment, so you guys give him money. So
yeah,
here's what it is.
You. $, Mr. T.
But hey, if you drop down to your knees and suck some nigger dick, you might get your dope money quicker.
That's not cool, man.
Come on, man. Don't say that shit
racist.
Here. Fuck.
Be better than that. Be better than that.
Don't be bringing that shit up here on here, man. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm just using the proper term for down south,
No,
where'd Mark go? He dropped out.
Nobody uses that term anymore, man.
You scared Mark away. That weirdo. Mark's a weirdo too. He just don't know he's a weirdo.
Yeah, who the fuck beats off on a fucking live stream? What the fuck? And then brags about it and says, "Oh, I was beating off to Barbie and oh, I was beating off to this girl and what the fuck, man."
All right, hey, I'm gonna go. This isn't really fun.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Yeah,
see you guys later.
Yeah, I gotta go. No, Sam, you're